get the up-close picture of Mary
This is as up close as I can get. Well, actually, I could go into your right eye. No, it's out of focus. Hey, Mr. George.
Are you taping?
I'm taping. I'm going to get a little something for everybody. I would never break the camera.
I'll tell you something, Mita.
What's
We
that?
had a funeral this morning, right?
Uh-huh.
It was videotaped.
That's a little odd. Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
Unless they're sending it to people who, you know,
Very well with that.
What's that?
and now these are the five boys, right there.
Oh, Meg Dukes. Hey, Meg. Let me see who. Oh, yes.
All right, we have
There we go. And Patrick?
champagne for Sister Joy. All right.
Thank you, dear.
I have champagne and ginger ale. This is champagne. This is ginger ale.
I'm not crazy about it, so I'd rather have to.
Hey, Mr. Leaders.
Here, would you like champagne or ginger ale?
Ginger ale.
There you go.
I want champagne, but I'll come back for it. Hey, ladies.
I think I should use, you left the house.
Oh, put your arm down, Mrs. Wiggins.
Wow, my word.
What are you going to
Champagne
have?
and
You have champagne?
Before we begin dinner, we would like to propose and offer a toast. And I've asked the best man, Uncle Bob Grady, to say a word. Uncle Bob.
Oh, thank you.
Yay!
Bob.
Well, I've known Charlie since elementary school, and Mary just a few years thereafter. So I'm now going to reminisce about 70 years or so. Seems like the totem pole, the Exeter Theater, the Anglia with the big baseball there. Yeah.
We don't have to get it.
But I'm sure that at their wedding 50 years ago today, I must have said something like, I wish you all the best and many, many happy years with a real fulfillment in your life. And as you look around today and see all your family and friends, that certainly has been fulfilled. Our very best to Mary and to Charlie.
I've been asked as the next oldest in line, I guess, to say a couple of words. So you can sit down and we'll end it with a toast, but I want to make this brief. I've been asked to say a few words on a wonderful partnership that's occurred over the past 50 years, of which I've had the opportunity for the past 48 years, 10 months to observe. And I guess what I'd say is from, and I think I speak for all of your children, that the core values that you've helped us to appreciate are some that we, that's Kathy and Steve, me and Greg and Pat and myself, want to be able to pass along to your grandchildren as well. And what I'd say, I think those three core values are first, faith, and in terms of faith, I've got some vivid memories of my youth. I'm going to tell two stories. One is Saturday morning Requiem Masses at 7 a.m., which Dad thought I was headed to be a bishop because I so enjoyed them, but I think the real truth was we enjoyed the hot chocolate and honey dip donuts. In any event, it got us to church, and I think it was again a symbol of how important faith is and was. The other, I'd say, is Stephen and I were terrorized whenever a car ride was going to go beyond 45 minutes because we didn't know if a rosary might break out. And if a rosary broke out, we then would be called upon to recall the next glorious or not so glorious mystery. And I gotta say, there's still mysteries to the Vine Brothers. But I would say the most important thing about faith was that you taught us how to live it in the context of our everyday lives, and how to treat each other and our fellow man in the community in a way that our faith, I think, would make us pleased. The second major or core value, I guess I'd say, is hard work and determination. And I think it was whether you were running the Parents Music Association or the Norwood Women's Club or whatever the event was, you did it with class and dignity, and you pretty much kept quiet. So I guess that came from the phrase that Mother often said to us, that is, if you can't say something nice, say nothing. So we often say nothing. And if there's a job that's worth doing, it's worth doing well. And I think that I never heard a complaint, as I've thought about this, about having to do the laundry or the meals or growing up, I never would. Well, but further, Father never complained. All he ever brought home from work really was fungus and mushrooms. But really never any complaints about the difficulties which Bob could speak to and others, and until he retired, I didn't realize what a maelstrom it was you were working in over there. But again, it was the hard work and the dignity you brought to that I think we take and hope to pass on to our children.
Good observation.
And finally, I think as Uncle Bob touched on, is family and friends. And it's incredible to me how hard you guys have worked, and obviously this day is a celebration of family and friends. This is the way you want us to celebrate your 50th, is with the people important to you around.
That's right.
And I think, in a nutshell, as I've thought about that, you've had a way to make friends feel like family, and to make family feel like friends. And I think that's an incredible thing that we, again, all can learn from and work towards. So, I'd say we celebrate three things today. That is the past 50 years, and those of us in the room who have celebrated those 50 years, and those who are not here, who are here, for their ability to make this past 50 years a great partnership of you two. Second, the present, that's today, and what a glorious day in October of 2000, and we ought to celebrate, and we are. And the future is all of us around, learning from the past, and going together with the help of God to enjoy the future as well in this glorious adventure. So, here's to you two.
Hey! No, quickly. Say something, Patrick.
Now, the grandchildren have a little something for you all.
Let's help her open your pen.
All right.
Dan, can you scoot to the right just a little bit? Thanks, hon. You should get over there. You're afraid to look at it, aren't you?
What the heck? It's Halloween.
Oops, sorry. You might need scissors for that, Fran. Can you grab the scissors and the knife thing?
How we rip it? You don't rip it allowed to rip. Don't rip. I Oh, man.
And another, how many layers are there?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got scissors here.
What are those?
Yeah, great guys.
Nice and quiet and all in the camera. Grandpa house.
Hey, Christopher. Jennifer. Hi, Kristen.
Oh,
Wait till you see yours, Maddie. I like yours the best.
I'm the mother of adolescent middle school.
Hey, Matt, this is an open forum, so I expect dialogue. I had to write my outline down because I'm not like Fran. Oh, it's upside down.
Two pages though, what's up the two-page outline?
It's 3 pages, Steve.
Well, let's start. Say, welcome to the Big 5-0! Really the third big celebration of wedded bliss. The first was they married in 1950. Convenient, because I know when 1975 is a big deal. We had a big deal, right? When we were standing, I stood, gave the same score, not the same score. But guess who's approaching the 25th? Yeah. Our children. They'll be standing on the 40th was in 1990. The third is now and forever. At the 40th, the Fitzes got on board.
What's that?
The Fitzes got on board.
Oh, yeah.
And the Fitzes came. I'll never forget the dinner, the prenuptial dinner. Abel said what a great honor it is for the McPhersons to be joining the Fitzes. And all the children got up and said, why it was a great honor. And then he said, what do you think of that? I think it's swell. So I said, boy, make it something better. So it's not better, but it's different. So I tell you something today in 1950. I was in Denver. Yes, what? Did you ask why Denver?
Why Denver?
I was there for a year. I had to get a job and I had to get an increase of at least 15% before I'd be accepted. I was not tempted by any of the ladies in Denver. I did play nightly at the Frontier Club at Colorado Boulevard at 2 a.m. So, I came back from Denver to see. The wedding was Saturday. I left Denver on a Thursday. In those days, it took 2 or 3 days by plane to get there. Stopped at Omaha, or stopped at South Bend, or stopped at New York. You changed. So I got in Thursday, and it was a lovely nuptial dinner by Mary's mother. The next day, what beautifully thing I remembered, I held my little niece. She was crying bitterly. And people want to know, who's that little girl you were holding? I've been on in Denver years. So. Yeah. So then we went to BC, which I never would admit now. Not that we don't like BC. There was a place called the Philomathia Club. It was a Greek.
I was a member.
Swiss chalet, which we rented, and Mary rented, which is now a high rise. We had our wedding reception right to Bermuda from them that very night, and back to Denver a week later. So there we are in Denver. People say, why did it last 50 years? One reason, it goes very, very quickly. Fran said, and my good friend, I forget his name. Lieutenant Cody Tom Dana, I'm sure you know. Tom Dana has the Kennedy's home. And, he said he had his 50th. His son got up and said 3 things: faith, family, the other.
Look at your notes.
They're all intermittent and interactive. It's awfully dangerous recalling events from the past because people here may not be included, but I'm saying right now everybody here today has had an influence on our lives, good or bad. Okay. Tom Brokaw's book. That's us. We're the great generation. And the reason we were so great, we did what anything ever told us was true. Any authority, priests, teachers, nuns. Here's an example. Sophisticated dating. Bob and Jane. I wish Robbie was here.
He is. He is.
We dated
Rob's
before
here,
we were
yeah.
married. Bob and Jane.
You're getting that.
And where do we, remember we went to Meadows? We didn't have cars, so we had,
That's where we met you two. We met at your house in Lee Street.
we had Bob's Packard. What was the Percy was it?
That was my father's
You
car.
had a nickname.
Huh?
You had a nickname.
Did we fire any?
I think it was Percy. Percy's coming tonight. Boy, that was something. Going to Meadows and the Packard, wow. But you know who was in the back seat with us? Archbishop Percy. And we got in, and Jane sat in the front, and very nice husband. Gee, kids, it's so good to see you. I hope you have a great time. But not too great. And we said, well, gee whiz, I wonder if I had too great a time. Oh, I don't think it was okay. Well, thank you, Archbishop. We'll be with you all the way. We were. Kind of facetious, but the faith was there. We did what the priest said. Later on, this was expanded because we took family weeks at the Carmelite Fathers. We were told what to do. And not necessarily what not to do. We didn't say that. We told what to do. That was great. So we did that, and we took the kids, and they stayed with us the rest of our lives. Okay, I'm almost finished. Well, here's an anecdote. Highland Ave. I lived on Highland Ave, Arlington. I went to Tufts on the bus. I didn't get my sister's car. We lived with the in-laws. 50 people in the 3-room house. So I got a bicycle, and I used to go down Highland Ave about 50 miles an hour to Somerville for the colony. You better say this too.
I don't know what you're going to say. I'd say something different.
But, I'm in trouble.
Read your notes.
Let Fran read your notes.
Want Mary to fill in with it?
I told you you'd cry. You said you'd laugh.
I can't say it.
You say it, Mother Mary.
Yeah.
You never know what it is.
Maybe I'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's coming.
Any moment.
You didn't have all this people for breakfast. You don't have.
For breakfast.
I'll get back to it. It's almost coming. No, the greatest lady. Can't say it.
My mother, he's talking about really my mother, and she always had wonderful homemade beans on Saturday, and this is what drew him to me.
I thought it was a roll.
Okay.
Okay, wrap it up.
Yeah.
I couldn't say that.
Everybody loved my mother, especially Charles. Yeah.
Okay, in the spirit of John Paul, I gotta say my faults and beg your forgiveness. I got into
Oh, listen to his faults, Aunt Barbara.
people know most of my faults.
Yeah, no,
Shouldn't say faults, shortcomings. The first one, I played bass trombone. Second one, I was generous. I threw my money down the hole, so I was generous to a fault. Third one, nobody knew. And most of you won't know till tonight, which I kept a dark secret. But Mother Mary, after 3 orange drinks in Denver, told my boss's wife what my fault was. And after that, I go out to the bus stop and I hear whispers, there's the girl. What's going on? Finally, I asked Mary, what's going on? Oh, he told Alma, that's my boss's wife, what your fault was. And she said, so I asked Alma, and she broke out laughing, said, yes, Mary told me you come to bed every night reeking of peanut butter. I talk about the boss. You would think of the boss, murder. You never thought of murder, divorce. I've done a divorce. You all know it. I still do it. Now, I can only hope the happiness and fulfillment that we have will continue, and we'll share it with all of you.
Lieutenant, yes, sir.
Second take.
Girl I married.
No.
Married.
We were way down there. We found out wasn't said.
How about, can you do sunrise, sunset?
Oh, can I shut out?
Sunrise, sunset?
Oh, yeah, yes,
Just something a little bit.
okay. And then Charlie will always join with me.
Yeah, I will. At the chorus.
Yeah, all right.
You're the male lead.
Right, okay.
You just start singing, I'll jump in. Not you.
Now, you want me to start now?
Yeah.
I start now?
You had a good keep.
Hey, buddy.
Is that it? All right. Is this a little girl I carry? Is this a little boy I play? I don't remember growing older. When did they? When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall?
Oh, he did.
Wasn't it yesterday when they were
it.
I know, but I thought it's such joy just for a couple of hours.
Johnny, did you eat?
I know. One Irish song.
There's all kinds of stuff, so help yourself.
All right there, one Irish.
Are you going to join our singing?
I'm a good listener.
That's a blessing. Go right ahead. Go right ahead, Uncle Bob.
No, huh?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna come by here.
Hi, guys.
Great.
Are you eating?
You had this?
I am. It's good.
Is your papa helping you eat all that nice supper?
Well, you're going to be with us tonight as well.
She is too cute.
I'm representing me. And you,
She was the original conductor.
No, not me.
Are you guys going to hear the concert?
Okay. Want to know where else?
Yep.
I know a good photo up from an interruption when I see it.
With a baby in it.
Oh, Mia, I'm sorry, I went right in front of you.
My wife does not understand these.
No, I think this is good. I won't get them all if I'm there. Thank you. I will have to stand up and be rude here, though.
Being with the audience, you see
Thanks, Betsy. The people in the front row for this lovely concert. Are you having a good time? Are you having a, this is a talkie. Are you having a good time? She looks a little stunned.
Could you make it? You were there. Yeah, you're gonna block all of them. You and Matt, you sing the same music? Don't do it, Dan. He moves great.
Oh, Gregory.
Okay? Let me get out of here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Again.
Okay, can I have your attention, please? I would like for your listening pleasure, direct from North Kingstown, Medfield, and Saratoga, the next generation.
Good name.
This is another key.
Have a note about the instrumentation.
Yeah.
Mary Beth on trombone. That's a trombone. I started with at 1935 at Southern Junior High. Stephen took it, and don't know what he did with it in Germany, all the freshmen and the dancing girls. And I had in the Navy too, which I played all over the world.
Oh.
And then Mary Beth has it. Saxophone. That Aunt Sheila played at the Hotel Manga. Those of us, Joe knows what the Hotel Manga was. But it was demolished recently.
Beginning of time.
She played the saxophone and also the cello. Not the cello, but she played that saxophone. So we're so glad to hear breath coming through those instruments, and very, very good breath. I gotta get my
You don't have one.
John, what's our attention, please?
Attention, everybody. An important announcement. Has to do with the
You guys have to be here for another minute.
Two people there. Barbara! Barbara! Joe, I have two important announcements. Very, very important.
Very short.
Now, Sergeant George still here?
I don't know, Dad. They might be on the porch.
Sergeant George, where are you?
I think they, oh, I don't know.
Oh, attention, please.
Very important.
You especially, Mr. Duggan. You especially.
Okay. The first, I noticed a good friend, what's her name?
You talking to me? Your ex-good friend.
He talks about this hat. Hat, that's all we hear.
Sally?
50 years, hat. He lost the hat, someone. No,
I was going to ask you to
not so
stop
much.
that.
It was a very, very special. George Hall was a great teacher. Now, I have information here that this is the hat in this very box that Joe left at our wedding at D.C. the Philadelphia Club, 1950. The data a little wide. It says he left the hat between, well, 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. But the error is plus or minus 5%.
Might have been their wedding or
The hat in this book. And why do I know this? Because 1950 wasn't any DNA evidence. The Adam hat was a very fine hat. What was the material?
It was emu skin.
Emu skin. Right. George knew about the Adam. George knows about the Adam hat. It was emu skin.
Inedible.
Oh, yeah. So, my relative can eat it. Mary's relatives had no use for Adam's head. The Reeds, that's my mother's side, they may have stolen it and burned it, because they were Scots. They didn't like anything English. So, what we've had since 1950, DNA evidence with little swirls of hair in it. And the last time we had lunch at, what was it? Newton.
Just open the box, Dad.
Oh, I gotta go through this.
The Marriott.
That was the Marriott.
Oh, I love that place.
Joe, a little piece of Joe Seattle and ran perfectly with his hat. And the other thing was we have a historical professor, historical professor. He knows the history of Adam's hat. There are 5 Adam's hats all in this country. He can name each participant, one being Samuel Morrison.
Oh, I'm sure he had one,
Yeah,
yes.
he had one.
I think Albert Einstein probably
Yes,
had one.
he had one.
Yes, Truman owned one.
Truman.
Who else was it?
I think
Joe Duggan
Charlie Chaplin had
Charlie
one.
Chaplin.
That's right.
and Joe Duggan.
Charlie Duggan.
That's it, that's it.
There were only 5, I know that.
Only 5. So with the DNA and historical evidence, this hat belongs to Joe Duggan, which I will open, has been sealed in 1950.
Could have been a VCR box.
Mr. Duggan, right behind you, honey.
Wow,
What's it say in there?
it says, stolen from Joseph Duggan, Winthrop, Mass, October 14, 1950. This whole thing is a hoax. This is a scam. This hat does not This hat is I have two forensic specialists that, excuse me, equals time. Two forensic specialists that will testify that that hat is a phony. And I call on Barbara and Vera, forensic specialists that will swear that that hat was a misplaced hat over in the Philomathia Club on October 14, 1950. Barbara, do you testify? I do. Yes. No lies necessary. Vera, do you testify? I rest my case.
50 years from now, now here's the big one, very, maybe the biggest I ever made in my life. We like cruising, and we're talking about, where's St. here? But talked about her brother, was it? Our brother's son said they'll all go to Bermuda on a cruise, which they did. And Fran said, that's a great idea, let's do that. And we're gonna do it! We're booked with the Foley Travel that's gonna happen in June. People are going to Bermuda. No, you are, because I think our evidence was conclusive, and although Joe didn't believe it.
We won't take Joe, though. Fran, will you grab the phone?
Nuclear family's okay. The nuclear family is going on what your...
I know. The Nordic Empress.
Nordic Empress out of New York to Bermuda.
Yay!
31 years later.
And we're looking forward to the all winter and all spring.
Yay!
Have some cake.
Good job.
Where'd you get that hat, buddy?
Yeah, June.
He did. He wouldn't do such a thing.
Be in mind.